just kept right on because he had the plan and he knew he was going to work through all this mess that we live in because he's faithful. The one of the next things that the Lord showed me, sorry, it's kind of like, but he said, just tell him what I gave you. Okay. The next thing was that I opened up and read Joshua 3:4. And the first thing I read was that you've never been this way before. And it was about Joshua leading the people into the promised land. All the people with the slave mentality theoretically have died off now. It's been 40 years. And Joshua is getting ready to take these people into this land. And he told them, he was very specific about some things. And he said, you have to keep 1,000 yards. I wrote it down, 1,000 yards, which I think that's what that says. 900 meters? That's like 10 football fields. I can't even see that far. And you had to have that much space between the ark and the people. So you got to figure spatially. We've got... Okay. So he told him, he said, tell the priest, this is the Lord talking to Joshua, tell the priest, when you reach the edge of the Jordan's waters, go and stand in the river. Set foot in the Jordan, and the waters flowing downstream will be cut off and stand in a heap. And oh, by the way, Jordan's going to be at a flood stage just in case it doesn't look scary enough. So the priest showed up at this river, and it's still just flooding. There's no dry dirt anywhere. Not only is it not on the side, there's nothing you can walk through. And God told him, pick your foot up. So these people who've seen all these other ones die off and theoretically have learned we don't want to go back, we better go forward. So the thing was they picked their foot up, and when they put their foot down, the water was gone and the river was dry. It was dry. Now, everything contradicted that they could see and with their eyes. What's worse than living something once, living it over and over again, and it hasn't even happened. It multiplies my suffering. He actually told me it multiplies my suffering. Come to me, all ye who are weary and heavy laden, and I shall give you rest for your souls. Relax in my peace. I will strengthen you and prepare you for this day, transforming my fears into confident trust. The scripture about the come to me, that's Matthew 11:28 through 30. It says, come to me all, that's everybody, who are weary, all who are heavy burdened, take my yoke, learn from me, gentle and humble in heart. All will find rest for your souls. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. To be with you. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. And then God turned that into a command. Have I not commanded you? It wasn't a suggestion anymore. It wasn't a reassurance. It wasn't I'm going to do this thing for you. It was, I'm telling you, have some type of choice to be afraid, some type of choice to be terrified, some type of choice to be discouraged. And there's a certain responsibility on my part to arrest that before it gets to me and say, stop. I've been commanded to be different. I'm a different spirit. I follow a different spirit. I follow the Spirit, the God. And I'm commanded to be different.
Of God. The two spirits are always manifest.